안녕하세요, hello, and welcome to Cathlyn's Korean Food Challenge.
Hi, I'm Cathlyn Choi, a Korean chef now living in beautiful California. I travel in search of other chefs to challenge them in creating some of my favorite Korean recipes for the first time after I taste their signature dishes. My basket is packed with my magic 5 Korean ingredients, and I'm off to find my next challenger on this episode of Cathlyn's Korean Food Challenge. Hola and welcome to my show. You're probably wondering why I'm dressed like this. For today's Korean food challenge, I'm going to visit a very authentic Mexican restaurant called La Casita Mexicana, and I'm going to challenge Chef Jaime and Chef Ramiro to make my Korean dish Doeji Bossam. I was recently invited by the Korean Cultural Center of Los Angeles to perform a culinary demonstration at their booth. This is one of the largest food and wine festivals in Southern California at the annual Los Angeles Times Celebration of Food and Wine event, held on the back lot of Paramount Movie Studios. It was so exciting knowing that I was standing where many famous Hollywood movies were filmed. I was overwhelmed with how popular my tteokbokki and bulgogi wraps were with the visitors. Everyone seemed to really enjoy the spice of the Korean flavors, but I was also getting worried that I would run out of food before the day was over.
I've never had this before, but it tastes very similar to it's Korean. It tastes very similar to Thai curry.
Sultry.
Really good.
Another unexpected surprise for me was running into Chef Ramiro and Chef Jaime from La Casita Mexicana, one of the most authentic Mexican restaurants in LA. Of course, I couldn't resist inviting them to try my Korean food challenge.
Here's the catch. On my show, I'll provide you with my magic 5 ingredient basket. And I'll give you the recipe, and then you look at the ingredients, and before you try it out, I blindfold you
And try them.
and try the food.
Smell them.
Yes, so that you don't know what it looks like. But at the end, based on the flavor in your mouth, yes, then you
Use
will
your
make the food.
creativity.
That's
Yes.
pretty good because a lot of people go by the looks.
Exactly.
You
no.
need to actually
You gotta
blindfold.
come out from you know?
It's from the
Put
heart.
your touch and yes,
Let's
exactly.
do, yeah, that would be good. Yeah.
No, let's
Are you up
do
for
it.
it?
Mix.
Yeah.
Korean challenge?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
All right. We'll see ya.
There are 2 parts to making today's dish, the kimchi bossam and the pork belly. And since the pork requires about an hour to cook, I'll get started on that first. Here I have 2 pounds of fresh pork belly, about 1.5 inches thick. And the key ingredients that I need for the stock are ginger, bay leaves, garlic, and dried dates. I'm also going to use about 4 ounces of ginseng herbal wine, 2 tablespoons of soybean paste, and believe it or not, a tablespoon of instant coffee powder. Not only will all these ingredients eliminate the typical gamey scent and taste of the pork, but it will also help enhance the flavor and taste of the meat. Let's put this piece of pork belly into the stock pot, which has water just enough to cover the meat. Now I'm going to add all the other ingredients. And next, we'll add some doenjang soybean paste. Lastly, the instant coffee powder. Do not throw away the broth because that's the best part and it makes great soup. And give it a little stir. And now it goes on the stove for about an hour. Next, it's time for us to make the bossam kimchi, which requires a little bit of time in the preparation. And the key ingredients for kimchi are coarse salt, red chili powder, and salted shrimp or anchovies. There are over 200 kinds of kimchi today in Korea, and for today's kimchi, the stars are Napa cabbage, daikon radish, and oyster. Since it normally takes about 4 to 6 hours, sometimes overnight, to brine the cabbage, I have pre-brined a couple of pieces of Napa cabbage here. With a peeler, just peel the skin of the radish. And the easiest way is to slice it in about an 1/8 of an inch thickness. Get a bowl like this and put all the julienned daikon radish in here. So I've added 2 tablespoons of sugar, a tablespoon of salt, red chili powder. Mix them all evenly. What I have here is a bunch of water dropwort ferns, Minari. And next, the green onions. Put this chopped green onion and Minari fern into a bowl. Brown onion here. Last but not the least, the pear, which will give an added sweetness. Peel the skin off. Slice them up as well. And put them all in the bowl with the rest. The third step is making the kimchi sauce. Add a few garlic cloves, about 3 small pieces of peeled ginger, 2 tablespoons of sugar, red chili powder, teaspoon of salted shrimp, a tablespoon of anchovy and seaweed stock, which is homemade, a tablespoon of sesame seeds, 1/4 cup of soda. In this case, I'm using Diet Coke. I think that will do it. We have really nice, thick, creamy, and spicy kimchi sauce. We'll add the daikon radish slices. The typical kimchi flavor is to combine the right combination of sweetness, spiciness, and saltiness. Little daikon radish. Not bad. To this, actually, I'll add 1/4 cup of diet soda. It's actually diet grape soda. Smells so good. Lastly, my other secret ingredient, the ginseng herbal wine, goes in there. Close the lid. Smells so good. Wow, the combination of all these herbs and the ginseng wine. Wow. Slice up some cabbage. Normally you would mix the cabbage together with all the other ingredients. But today I'll just serve separately. We'll put a couple of pieces of sesame leaves on one side. And on this side, we'll put a couple of pieces of Napa cabbage. And on top, we'll add the oyster meats. Still nice and cold. And sprinkle some sesame seeds on top like that as a garnish. We'll add some kimchi stuffing. Next, we'll put the sliced cabbage pieces right next to the stuffing. And you can just slice our pork belly thinly from the end. Since I love sesame leaves, I'll just roll it really tightly into a chiffonade. here is some gochujang sauce mixed with a little sugar and vinegar. It's called cho gochujang. Sprinkle a dash of sesame seeds in there. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of the doenjang soybean paste that I used earlier for the pork belly stock. A little dash of sesame oil. Third and final sauce, which is made with salted shrimp. Put this in here, and all you add is some sesame oil. Red chili powder as a garnish. Now that I've made today's Korean dish, Doeji Bossam, and all my Korean ingredients are packed in my basket, I'm off to meet my Korean challengers, Chef Jaime and Chef Ramiro at La Casita Mexicana in Bell, California.
Hola, hello, welcome to La Casita Mexicana.
Hello.
Well, thank you. It's on the menu. What do people come here for?
See, we specialize in authentic traditional Mexican food, but we have a very special dish that we have that is called chile en nogada. It's a very traditional Mexican dish that has the colors of the Mexican flag.
Oh yeah, the 3 colors.
We're gonna start roasting the poblano peppers. You see it? And you wanna start hitting it popping. So that means you start cooking it. Now, can you hear it? And I like to smell it too. And this is one of my favorite chiles to cook. And this is ready. So if you're gonna come here, and all you gotta do is, it's so simple. Just grab a plastic bag, drop it this guy here, and add a little bit of salt. So that way they don't lose the flavor. And just wrap it and let them sweat for, I would say 5 minutes, and then it's gonna be ready to peel.
So what's next?
Well, this is my favorite part, or the most delicious part of the recipe, which is the stuffing.
Stuffing.
For the stuffing, you can use pork, or you can mix it with pork and beef. Add a little bit of oil to the pan. We're gonna start cooking the meat. Once it starts cooking, we're gonna add a little bit of garlic, a little bit of onion, and a little bit of pepper, white pepper, a little bit of apple. You can add the pears. And the final touch, which is a little bit of sugar and a little bit of cinnamon. And there you have it, the stuffing for your chiles en nogada.
That's ready to peel it. Take it so mash as you can, so you can have a perfect chile. It's a technique to open the poblano peppers and make a cut in the shape of the T. That's the only way you can clean it and get the whole seeds out of them. See? This is a perfect chile poblano. As you can tell, it's not torn and it's perfectly roasted.
We're gonna fill up this delicious chile with the stuffing. Make sure that you put a lot. Okay, we're gonna put some Mexican cream with, it's a walnut sauce, I should call it, walnut sauce. Put it over the chile, exactly. And we're gonna add some pomegranates on top. So you have the green, the white, and the red. And this is it. Now let me add some color to it. And you have it, a chile en nogada for you to try.
Nice.
This was made specially for you. This was your surprise.
Okay, here we go. This is your honor too.
Thank you.
Make sure that you get the cream and that you get the pomegranates, okay?
Here goes.
Salud, bon appetit.
You know?
It's like I'm having dessert and entree all at the same time.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
This dish could be a dessert as well.
And now, are you ready for my Korean food challenge?
We are
we
ready. We are.
You sound very confident. Okay. Before that, I'll let you try the food I prepared.
Oh,
Let's do
Now
that.
we gotta blindfold you first.
Oh,
Blindfold.
okay. Be
So we
careful
don't
with my
know.
hair.
Who first. Okay, Chef Ramiro, open. Okay, it's one bite. Next coming up.
Okay.
I can taste
Here you go.
pork, kimchi, chili,
Chili,
garlic,
garlic, yeah.
paste, beans,
What kind of
bean
paste?
paste.
Ooh, beans.
It tastes like a peanut butter or something.
Maybe it is
Chili.
Korean peanut
Peanut butter
They're
without
Korean.
jelly.
Here is the magic 5-ingredient basket for you.
Oh my.
Can I open it?
Yes.
All right.
Ooh. Let's see.
Oh my God.
Some
Cabbage,
vegetables.
radish. Is it a pear?
Yes.
Asian pear. Chili flakes.
Yes.
Bean paste.
Pine nuts.
Pine nuts.
Yum. Okay, this is
Garlic.
Might be a little
baby
salty.
shrimp.
Might be a little salty.
Salsa.
Wow.
Chicharrones. Pork belly.
Pork belly.
Pork belly, yeah.
We
We're gonna make
done Mexico
chicharrones.
too.
What is this?
Yeah, this might be something new for you. It's called Minari in Korean.
Cebollas.
That one's green onion.
Uh-huh.
Minari is like a water dropwort
Water
fern.
fern, yeah.
It's like a fern. Yeah.
Ah.
This is doenjang paste, soybean paste. I mixed it with a little garlic and sesame oil.
I can eat it with my toast.
That's the peanut butter.
Yeah, okay.
We're gonna be waiting to see with the Mexican flavor that we're gonna add to our Korean. It's gonna call
Alright.
Comex.
He loves
You'll
the
see
challenge.
it.
Comex challenge.
Comex
Okay.
challenge. Let's
Ready
go
to
now.
Chef Jaime is roasting what look like green tomatoes. Next, he's dicing up the pear. And Chef Ramiro is slicing up the pork belly. Back to Chef Jaime, he's chopping up some cilantro. Looks like he's going to make some green salsa. Now he's roasting the chopped green onions with the tomatoes. He's mixing up all the ingredients in the stone mortar. Very similar to what we use in Korea. We call it jeolgu. Chef Ramiro is cooking up some pork cubes in a pan. I'd say for tacos? Ooh, he's adding the chopped pear into the salsa mix. That's a great idea. Yes, the gochujang sauce is a great choice for the pork. Definitely will make great tacos. Chef Jaime just added some gochujang sauce and cilantro into his masa dough. Chef Ramiro seems to be working on his kimchi. He's pan frying the sliced daikon radish with gochujang sauce and chipotle. These mini pancakes remind me of Korean hotdog. Spicy fusion Comex pancakes.
Comex kimchi. I'm gonna add the cabbage. I added chipotle. I added your Korean chili, gochujang, the flakes. A little bit of vinegar, salt, and I might add some pine nuts.
Pine nuts. Yeah, good idea. And the shredded cabbage. Wow.
What are my pine nuts,
I
Ramiro?
used them on my kimchi.
I'm supposed to use it for my dessert.
I'm gonna use a little bit of
Just
these.
a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Flavor
Yeah.
that.
Chef Jaime seems to be making dessert crepes with the sliced pear and dates. I wonder if he's going to deep fry them. Looks like they're plating the food now. Wow, mini kimchi tostadas. He's chopping up some more green onions. He's sauteing them in oil. Yes, mini quesadillas. They look spicy but yummy. Wow, tons of spicy Korean and Mexican flavors, but they all smell and look delicious. That looks very tasty.
Well, hello. Here we are.
Beautiful.
Kimchi tostadas and pork belly taco.
Oh, but we haven't stopped here because three
May
more
we join
dishes
you?
here.
Yes, please. And you can maybe not.
We make the salsa with bread, Asian fern, minari, and some
Minari, you remember?
Minari,
That's pretty good.
And the That one, Minari and roasted tomatillos.
You remember the name. That's impressive.
I used the garlic, the Minari on this one too.
Yeah.
This is called sopes. Cochiano mix it with the masa dough and some beans, Mexican oil, chili powder.
Chili powder.
And on the top, the baby shrimp with garlic and onions. And also come out with the dessert too.
Ooh,
I just
that looks
caramelize
so good.
the dates and pine nuts and sesame seed with a little bit of sugar. And I made these flautas, but it's stuffed with fruit. What
Pear.
Pears.
Korean pear,
Pears.
yes.
Yes, that's what I had there.
Comex Royal Meal.
Yeah,
I
so
like
this,
the sound.
yeah, on this table we brought Korea and Mexico
I
together.
feel like
yeah.
a queen, a
Like,
princess.
like
You
we
are the
say,
queen.
the human race and the food, it's all one thing. We all come together in food and in the human race.
Yes, and the culture brings it together.
Yeah.
And this is my version of bossam. Today's star is the pork, I would say, huh?
The pork belly and the kimchi.
Kimchi, yes. This is the kimchi part, and this is actually kimchi stuffing. In my case, I cook the pork separately. I boil it for about an hour. Dried dates, cinnamon, ginger, and I also put bay leaves and ginseng herbal wine. Typically, the pork is served with samjang sauce.
Sanjang sauce.
Yeah, that's mixed with soybean, red chili paste, a little bit of sesame oil, and sesame seed. With garlic, sorry. Garlic too. And this is the shrimp sauce. I just added some because it's very salty.
Yes, yes, yes.
But to tone it down, I only added the sesame oil.
I did the same thing
You
with the
did,
kimchi.
yes, I noticed
And
that.
it flavored it
Very
so beautifely.
And with the-
That is the gochujang sauce,
Gochujang.
but it's a little different, a little lighter. I've added vinegar, sugar, and sprinkle some sesame seeds. But here, there's a little bit of surprise in there.
Candy. No, it can't be a candy.
Tell me what
It
it is.
would be a candy in a way.
A prune.
No, actually.
Rambutan.
It kind of looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay,
we
it's
can tell.
seafood, but it's
seafood.
fresh oyster.
Oyster.
Oh, vitality for
Hiding
men,
in
right?
there.
So that's the art of eating, combining things. Love
Yes.
it. Love
And
it.
you wrap it in
Wrap it, and I want to make my Korean taco.
Korean
Should I,
tacos.
yeah. Can I wait for you guys, or should I start eating now?
Dig
Go
in,
right ahead.
please. Yes.
I love it.
You do? Good. I'm glad.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think it's the keys in the flavor. Oh, I got some cilantro too. Maybe you like it.
The texture is so soft.
Tender?
It's tender. It's playing in my mouth. It's like traveling from all over my mouth. It's delicious. And on the tacos, I use the pork belly, jalapenos, chipotle, garlic, and the soy paste that you brought.
Yes.
And I
Ginger.
put a little bit of ginger just to spice it up.
Ginger, yes,
Yes.
ginger. And you call it what again? Kimchi.
Kimchi tostada.
Tostada. I'll make you my version next time.
Okay.
Kimchi tostada.
Excellent.
Okay, I gotta start. Just right. Medium
you.
spice.
Thank
And
you.
crunchy.
Can you taste the pine nuts?
I sure can. I'll break it into half. I'll share with you.
Excellent.
Did you put doenjang in here too?
Yeah.
Soybean?
And Minari too, because I fell in love with the Minari and sauce.
Very refreshing taste.
I'm gonna cut it.
To cool it down, we're going to finish off with Jaime's special Korean Mexican dessert. Pear stuffed, right?
Yeah, this is mini flautas with Asian pear. I use the dates,
It will help us
pine
cool it
nuts,
down.
and sesame seed with a little bit of sugar on the top.
Hey,
Thank you so much, chefs, for inviting me. It was a wonderful experience. I feel like I was in Mexico traveling, you know, a whole journey.
Thank you very much for choosing us to be out at Casita Mexicana. It's such a pleasure to have such a great personality like you.
Aw.
And this happened.
What a beautiful, beautiful Korean Mexican experience you have given.
In Los Angeles, without leaving the country, so you can get that experience.
Amazing. We traveled to Mexico and we traveled to Korea with you.
Thank you so much
Thank
again.
you,
I'll be
thank
back
you.
for more. And adios.
Kamsahamnida.
Take it.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to join me on my next Korean food challenge.